And I'm not.
Are you?
Oh, we're going, Dre.
Oh, okay.
We're not professional like always.
Okay, well, welcome to the Opinionated Podcast. We are your hosts.
It's Cool Kev here. Had to pull my mic up. My bad.
And Dash, who tries to be fucking professional. And
you're terrible.
Fails miserably.
And I'm Big Dre. And we got a guest today.
Hi. I'm Lisa.
And we're going to get into some really we're going to get into an interesting topic today. It's going to be really fun. Be open-minded because we about to just go crazy with this one. What are we going to talk about, Kev?
Well, we have a very interesting story from Lisa today that involves her ex-boyfriend, and some bedroom toys.
I'm more like a toolbox.
More like a toolbox,
That's going to be fun.
You don't want to miss that part about the toolbox, but
you're a toolbox.
You're a fucking tool. What the fuck? Like, do we always got to start the fucking show with y'all fucking with me?
Funny.
We love you, Kev. It wouldn't be a right show if we didn't fuck with you.
Gotta do it, bro.
Kev's cleaning out his crack pipe right now, but listen.
This is a blunt. I'm sorry.
Well, it's a little crack in it.
It is a little crack in it. I'm sorry.
But yeah, today's show is called "Are You Hiding Your True Sexuality?" How did we get?
Look at me like you asking me, motherfucker.
Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. How we got here is because a couple of questionable comments from some fellas. We're going to start off with the one questionable comment coming from Tank.
Right.
He was on lip service. He was asked a question by Angela Yee about if you suck a dick, does that make you gay? He's not saying that.
Preface this correctly.
He's not saying, Tank did not say that he sucked the dick. I know there's a lot of memes out there that Tank sucked dick and all this. Tank didn't
say
he sucked dick.
He didn't say it.
He was just asked a question about sucking dick and does that make you gay? And this is his comments verbatim.
Verbatim.
He said it. He sucked the dick once.
That's not what
Tank said. But this is what Tank said. This is his. You asked him a question about sucking dick. Is he gay?
He didn't say he sucked a dick once.
No, but this is how he says. He's answering for the other man. Tank is basically answering for.
He's saying hypothetically.
He's hypothetically. He's answering for somebody. So this is a Tank answer for somebody else.
Okay.
And this is how he said it. This is how he said the question. This is how he responded. Listen.
Right. Come on.
He said he sucked the dick once, and he said, "I'm not sure if I liked it or not. Let me try again." And then he says, "You know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste." It doesn't mean he's gay. It means he just sucked the dick twice. It doesn't mean the guy he's saying that he's referencing don't mean he's gay, but he sucked the dick twice.
Okay. So
Me?
I'm gonna clean all that up.
Yeah,
just
Tank did not say he sucked the dick.
Wait, let me clean all that up.
Dre.
The whole conversation was about liars.
He said that nigga gay. Tank didn't say.
The whole conversation is about liars, and they had other what do you call it? Other topics that went into that. Angela Yee decided, well, I'm gonna trip this motherfucker up and say, well, what if somebody sucked a dick? Does that, or twice? Does that mean they're gay? Like talking about liars. This motherfucker decided to answer that question and not say, well, we're not going to say that. We're going to talk about something different. He decided, and then tried to make his point about lying.
Listen,
plug-in dick sucking.
Bro, at that point, Yee asked me that question. How Tank should have responded. I was like,
he should have flipped the table and
like,
fucking left.
bro, you bro, you tripping. Can we use something different?
Next subject.
He should have just slipped off.
Next subject.
Yeah.
But,
which if that's what you do,
but I'm saying,
suck dicks.
If you suck a dick once, me personally,
so you gonna ask me the same goddamn question?
I'm just saying. No, I'm not gonna ask you a question. But I mean, you kind of gay. You suck the dick. You had to get to the point of
sucking. Right. That's the point.
I'm saying it. You sitting there. Y'all talking about
this is Tank aside. We're talking about the topic.
This is just topic.
Yeah.
One, y'all had to talk about it. Then you had to look at it with the side eye, like, yo, what?
Yo. Hey, bro. How would the conversation go?
Like, yo, man, hey, man, you ever thought about sucking dick before? Nigga, what? Nah, I'm good, bro. That's how the conversation
I immediately felt like Martin when he was talking about water glistening all over your ball. I looked at him like,
but you had,
what is you talking about?
I'm just saying, it had to be liquor and weed involved for. But you don't. But first thing first, you don't ask a nigga that question.
Put a dick in your mouth. You're a man. And you're gay. I mean, I would have to agree with that.
I would have to agree with
Yeah,
you.
because
I mean, but if you only did it one time and you discovered that it wasn't your thing, you were curious before, and now you know for a fact it's not your thing, like, does that really still make you gay?
You might not. You might
about
not be
bisexual?
You might not be homosexual, but
you're bisexual.
you're gay.
You're at least bisexual.
Bisexual.
Yeah.
There is a
There's
difference.
there.
You
The
can
line
also-
is thin, but
There's
it's
a
there.
difference.
There-
LBGTQ. Okay. All of that.
And then
shit is
there's
in
an
there.
I and a plus on the end of that.
Is
too
it?
What
now.
the hell?
They
Yeah.
added more letters since I added the Q.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What's I mean?
I
Insecure?
no, it's hold on, let me look it up real quick.
All right.
It means
So
something.
Q is queer.
Queer.
Yes.
Which is
What is that? How is that different from being gay?
I think
there is a
queer-
difference.
I think-
Dave Chappelle broke it down like you said.
No, but he
broke
didn't
it
get-
down.
he didn't get-
Intersex. It stands
he-
for intersex.
That is a complete Okay, I get it.
Intersex.
I
What
don't
is
know
that?
the exact definition, but it is something completely like.
What is that?
Is that more? And I hate to use this term, but what they used to call having both parts.
Hang on, I'm gonna look that up too.
All right, having both parts.
Oh, you talking about hermaphrodite? That's the actual term
That's
for.
not what we want to use.
That's not the terminology.
I'm trying to
No.
approach this with so much because
So what is the scientific term for having both parts?
having both parts?
That's what it is.
That's a better way to say it.
Okay,
But
I
the
don't
correct
know.
term, if I'm correct, would be intersex.
Oh, okay, here we are. Intersex people are individuals born with any of several variations in sex characteristics, including chromosomes, gonads, sex hormones, or genitals that, according to the UN, United Nations, Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, do not fit the typical definitions of male or female bodies.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought that was a scientific term. I'm sorry.
50 million cash. Would you suck a dick for 5 minutes?
But
Damn.
That's determined. That's the next subject. Thank you, Tony.
No.
How much money would it cost you to suck a dick?
Or
Listen.
what would you have to be offered?
I think that's a better question. First of all, I'm gonna need all y'all to stop looking at me. I'm gonna be the fucking.
Well, you sound like you was about to go. So
Life,
you about to
life
go
in
with it.
jail or suck the warden's dick.
Fuck, I gotta get life in jail. I gotta get life in jail and then go out with a bang. I'm stabbing everybody in that motherfucker. I'm
But
going
then
out.
you're gonna probably suck. Well, that's the next thing. You might be doing some things in jail that you're not accustomed
What
to.
I just say. You gotta go out
What
with a bang.
if somebody offered you all the money that you could possibly ever want and the same little machine that they gave the Men in Black to make motherfuckers forget? You know what I mean?
Listen, real shit. Real shit though. I said this before. All that can go away. Whatever they gave you can go away.
You can never.
And you still
Suck the dick. That's what I'm saying. You still sucked it.
You could play devil's advocate and say, okay, if you had the flasher, so that means that you don't actually care. You just care about what everybody else thinks. I'm saying if they gave you millions and millions of dollars and this that.
You can't. There's
When
no
you-
money to replace
When
it.
you laying in that golden bed at night,
I mean,
you
listen.
sucked on that.
This-
that golden
This
bed.
is the way I look at it. This is the way I look at it. If somebody asked me to eat a cat for $10 million, that's my student loan money. I'm sorry, I'll eat it.
Okay, I respect that. This is a good segue. All right, here's the thing. When it comes to women, see, my thing is not to say I will look at anybody who decides to do whatever they do in any way, but if you say that, that doesn't throw me off at all. It's like cool.
You wanna watch?
Yeah, well,
Would you
yeah,
ever
not
watch?
to be disrespectful, but like it's like, oh shit, awesome. You know what I mean? With a
So
man,
Lisa, since we have a female here.
nobody wants to see a man suck. Never mind.
No, we're gonna go right into that. Men, like, does that porn turn you on? Like, men sucking other men's dick? Would you ever watch that type of porn?
I have before.
Okay.
Did you enjoy it or did you turn it off?
I mean, I watched the whole thing.
All right, now.
Okay, she enjoyed
Shit.
it. I mean, maybe that's the thing for women. Maybe women like, hey, listen.
Let me ask you something. I can prove that y'all are just a little bit gay on the inside, and I can prove it.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, here we go.
When you watch your porn, do you want the guy to have like this little tiny dick?
I don't know. I never really questioned it.
Would you keep watching it if the guy was like this big hard?
Let's be honest, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. We won't. And I know we're all like, man, I won't be looking at that nigga, that nigga.
But
dick
you want
and
to
all
see
that.
him
But
destroy
it's
the
like,
pussy.
at the same time, it's like it's not that because I'm imagining like at least when I watch porn,
That
I'm
you are
imagining
taking the place. Exactly.
I'm imagining myself. So if you see a dude with a little dick go throw me off, it's gonna be like, why a little dick thinking me? Like, why a little dick motherfucker fucking? But
why am I not fucking? He said she's so nasty.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or what.
So if she has a story at the end, I'm telling you, do not leave this show
Stay
today.
tuned,
stay around for the
brother.
story, dog.
You might as well tell your friends to check in because this story is definitely worth hearing. So question though, to get back to that, what you were saying, not necessarily you.
She looks like she got past the balls. Ooh.
She go pass the ball, she get hit.
Whoa.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Okay. It's whoa. All right. Let's
get back on topic.
Let's keep a respectful tone there, buddy. We having fun, but yeah.
I got a
Dark
man.
page.
I got a man.
Yes, After Dark. That's where it's
Go to the After Dark page. We can talk more about shit like that.
Okay.
But yes, we want to keep a respectful tone.
I done lost my question after that.
Okay, here you go. Now, this is the next thing. Since nobody wants to, there's no limit. Now, if you're in jail and you get forced to suck a dick, does that make you gay or that just made you do whatever you did to survive? Like,
Now,
I think it's about choices, isn't it? If you choose to suck a dick, your mindset is already into, I'm going to put this penis that belongs to another man in my mouth to succeed to whatever I got to get to, or
To
if
live.
it's just for pleasure, live for pleasure.
Let's be
But
clear.
if you're in jail and it's like life or death,
Yep.
I might die. I might die.
Let's be
Or I'm
clear.
going to fight my way out of the situation until I die.
But you might get knocked unconscious.
let's
and
be clear.
buttfuck. Which works?
Let's be clear, because I want you to keep going on that.
I mean, if you're unconscious, you can't feel it. So how did it even happen in the first place if you don't know it
No,
happened?
that nigga got to
You
die.
woke up with a
That
bloody
nigga got
ass.
to die.
You suck one dick in jail, that's not going to be the only dick you suck. I guarantee you. Once they know, oh, that dude over there,
He's sucking dick.
niggas going to be lined up at your cell. Everybody going to be lined up at your cell, just like, you done in that big Rudy?
Gonna be the one nigga that's gonna put you to sleep just because he know he gonna get
pull
that ass.
pull Kurt back like
One
that.
nigga.
He gonna pull like Kurt back like, listen,
Put your
man,
ass
when
right
y'all
out.
tired, you guys give me about 10 minutes.
That's why I say the prison shit, you can't. I don't care if it's for your survival because you will wind up being the resident dick sucker. Now, guess what? That's what you're going to have to wear for that, whatever type of time you're going to do. Or you could say, fuck that, rumble the nigga, and at least you might be able to get out of it, and
You
they
might
know
get
you're not the
raped.
one to try. I've never been in jail, so I don't know.
If you're 125 pounds, what is the chance of
I'm
you
250.
beating? Okay, you're 250.
I'm 2 motherfucking 50.
What is the chance if you had 250 beating at least? They're coming with 2 guys to a cell. At least 2 motherfuckers the size of 300 pounds.
Practicing Muay Thai every day.
You do. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm doing.
Yo, you never know what
You run the
I
risk.
don't give a
Now
fuck.
you run the risk of
Listen,
fighting them getting knocked
You will
unconscious.
never know what you're capable of until your asshole is literally on the line. You will do whatever is possible to make sure that is an exit-only
It
place.
is, yeah.
So,
It's
Lisa,
sacred.
It's sacred.
If you had to
It's
survive,
sacred
if you
ground
had to
back there.
survive in jail, and the
Think
girl
about
said,
when you
like,
wipe
look,
your ass, you're careful about the way you wipe your ass, period. So think about somebody
definitely
not
wipe your ass
caring about...
gingerly. I wipe my ass gingerly.
Yeah, I buy very, very nice triple ply toilet paper that's soft so I don't have to feel any type of edges or ruggedness or anything. So imagine a person who doesn't care is going to
Listen,
thrust
You buy that
into
Charmin Ultra Soft shit.
Ultra. I pay top
So-
dollar for my toilet
people
paper.
go
Even
in
when I'm
boxing
cheap.
rings knowing they're gonna lose.
It's gotta be nice.
They're gonna lose millions of dollars if they get knocked out.
I want to answer this question you were about to ask
I'm
me.
about to
though.
ask Lisa. Lisa, now if you had to survive in jail, would you eat pussy to survive in jail? Like
I would. And I'll tell you why. Because
I want to hear.
Because some of these females don't be tasting half as nasty as some of the dick I had in my mouth. Y'all got hygiene issues. I'm talking
I feel
specifically
bad for
about
them.
white boys. I'm talking specifically
Oh,
about
man.
white boys.
Oh, man.
Between the ages of like 22 and 27.
Damn, that's the most important
First of all,
time
you
in your life.
motherfuckers with the rusty dick. Gotta stop. We know how we smell if we got some type
Oh,
of.
yeah, we
I'll go
know.
take a shower.
You know you about to get some.
Respect
If you
these
get, you know you're about to get some head. The first thing you do is like, well, let me clean my dick. Cause I don't want.
You take a hose bath, a horse bath.
Yeah, like
Ev is the one to teabag the sink, remember, from previous episodes.
Yeah, I wash my dick.
teabag the sink.
Teabag
Dude, I'm
the
6
sink.
fucking 4, so I can
So-
stand over the sink and put my dick in the sink and wash my dick.
All right, bro.
I'm washing my dick. I'm like, at least that general area is fucking clean.
Yo, that shit hurt. Yo, that motherfucker teabag in the
damn sink.
Please continue.
So yeah, we believe you.
But I'm just saying, like, you have the jail situation hanging over your head, like. You risk the chance of getting knocked. You risk the chance of either sucking dick or getting knocked out and getting.
But wait, I think it's different. I think it's different with females, right? Yeah. Because with females, it's like, all right, my wife, or I ain't gonna say my wife. Let's say a girl that I'm seeing, right?
Yeah.
She went to jail. I'm holding her down, because that's the kind of nigga I am. I'm holding her down, right? She come home and she said, "Yo, they was about to roll me. They was about to jump me unless I was gonna eat some pussy." I'd have been like, "Damn, that's crazy. Did you do it?" She said, "Yeah." I'm like. Word, that's what's up. You kept it, you know what I mean? You made sure that you were safe in there. I'm good with it. But I won't do the same thing. They gonna have to mail my body back and she gonna have to bury me. That's just what it is.
They might not bury you. They don't. You don't always get killed in jail. You might get poked up and then poked.
Bro, when
that's a serious. Knife stabs, you don't necessarily die from their first knife stab. These dudes are fucking psychopaths. They rape corpses probably.
All right.
I know, they probably don't know the human anatomy well enough to be able to stab a vital organ the first time.
Yes, I've had family locked up.
Not everybody in jail.
They're not all rapists and go gay in jail. My cousin did. What's up, Dion? My cousin did 15 years.
But you remember
you know about whole stories?
You remember the dude they made fun of on the Boondocks? He was like, "I like booty." The guy.
I ain't watched that show.
Well, there's a real guy. I used to watch the show Locked Up. That's what he did. You see guys in jail, he'd tell you, "I like you."
I saw that.
We can do it the hard way. We can do it the easy way.
My nigga, it's always gonna be the hard way. But he ain't trying everybody. See, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna look at it logically. They don't try everybody.
Yeah, they try who they think is soft. That's what I'm saying. It don't mean how big you are. They just think you're soft.
You could come in there with the tough look, and them niggas been in there long enough where they know, okay, he not tough, and they could try you. So it's not really a way of picking. So my thing is, if they pick you.
But it's not.
What are you doing?
There's not a bunch of guys who's built. I'm 6'4", about 260. It's guys that are built 5'5", 120 pounds.
What I'm saying is,
they're picking him.
You.
Yes.
I'm rumbling. Y'all know me. I went to jail.
My point.
I went to jail before.
You went to jail for a day.
I don't give a fuck, but I was in jail.
You went to jail.
And I made it out alive, baby.
Ain't nobody raping overnight.
No, them niggas be raping.
Overnight raping?
Some people get raped as soon as they come in.
The county.
I mean, roofies are a thing, man.
They roofing motherfuckers in jail? You roofing me in jail, I'm sorry. Your whole family gotta die when I get out.
But I went to mine, so like, dude, I'm ready to rock whenever. I'm here, I got no choice. At the time, I was fighting too.
The nurse's office have all kinds of stuff in there. If you find if you know your science and your periodic table, you find the right stuff, you could roofie somebody in jail easy.
Oh, hell no.
So
you roofie me in jail.
So they're okay. Let's keep on the subject. Now.
Okay.
Motherfuckers do drugs.
This is medical
prescribed
by my doctor.
Would you ever take E-pill?
Some of us.
Would you ever?
You gonna point at the window?
Would you? Now say you take the E-pill with your homie. What E-pill does
I'm never taking an E-pill with you.
I've never. But I'm just saying.
Just know that.
If your homie came to you like, bro, we took an E-pill. Like, say one of your homies came to you like, bro, we took an E-pill.
I don't like the way this is going, yo.
And they just start telling you some wild ass story like, y'all did what? Like, dude, I didn't know. I was sucking dick. I thought I was eating a lollipop. How would you look at your man? Like he was on drugs.
First of all, let me let you know.
How? How do you mistake this for a dick?
How? No. You don't mistake anything on E. There's no like. There's no.
You take an E, right?
I've done it.
Yo,
twice in my life.
He already said it on the show.
I've done it twice in my life, in my younger
You remember he told us the E story?
Nah, I remember.
Younger years. Yeah, but you don't just. It's not like you see elephants running across you. Nah, you just rolling, you just waving. You know what I mean? You feel really good.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Dick.
It's an emotional. You never unless you planned on it. In that case, you're gay.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you like. But
you're gay.
Yeah, but
we're not talking about the gay
you don't mistake things on E. You know what I'm saying?
Like a dick for a lollipop.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not into that kind of world. So what's the difference between E and Molly?
I couldn't tell you. I've never really done Molly. So.
Never done Molly. We've done E, but so.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not into.
I know
drugs.
E is the safer of the two, but like I know they kind of do the same thing. Except
Molly is a very cocktail.
Molly's more hardcore.
Yeah, Molly has cocaine in it and everything else. Molly's a mixture. But I mean, MDA.
You understand that e-pills at one point in the United States was a legal drug. You know what I mean?
I know they all had the Mitsubishi sign stamped on them.
Yeah, they were
really was it?
It was a legal drug. They didn't know the components
I used to
put it
pop
together.
these like crazy. Okay, 7.
Yo.
But he could tell you.
Crazy.
He could tell you though. It's not a you mistake a dick for a lollipop type of situation. It's a party. It's a party drug. You know what I'm saying? Like people take it, they go party, they have a good time, or that's what you want. It's like an emotional drug. You be on an emotional high. Whatever you feel, that's what you're gonna.
It's not a hallucinogenic.
No.
When I was in college, I went for addictions counseling for my associate's degree, and I did learn that what E does is it depletes your serotonin levels and distributes it throughout your body, and that's why you get so horny so quick. Is because it takes your happy chemicals in your brain and just moves them everywhere.
Pollutes your whole body with it.
Shit.
And you're just it's just a good time.
So
everything you
if
feel.
somebody could explain drugs to me like that, I probably would have did.
But that whole remember the scene on Get Him to the Greek? Is that what it is?
Yeah, when they
and he was like the Jeffrey.
Right.
When you feel stuff, you literally do stuff like that. If it feels good, you'll just rub on it for a little bit. Like wow,
it takes a couple of months for you to build your serotonin back up to the levels that it's supposed to be, though. So you got to be careful.
I didn't have that problem.
Oh wow.
So just,
well, then again, I didn't do it excessively, so.
If you do it excessively, if you do it excessively and then you don't do it all of a sudden, you'd be a depressed, suicidal mess.
Shit.
Yeah.
we don't do E.
Yeah, you gotta get some serotonin in you, bro.
Yeah.
Look, see, it boosts your levels. It's a part. He said everything I said.
Yeah.
So if you had a party and accidentally bump,
it doesn't mean it's okay to do it. I mean, anymore at all. It just,
we're not promoting.
Just slip the dude in jail.
We're not promoting it at all.
Just slip the dude in jail.
So he can feel good when it
So
happens.
you can feel good. Oh shit!
Oh no, my sphincter muscle doesn't hurt at all. What is this?
My sphincter muscle.
Your fucking sphincter. The sphincter won't work no more.
Sphincter says what?
Are y'all ready to transition to the next topic?
That's a really good word.
Yes.
Just used.
I like that.
This
is your week now. You're on fire.
I think you're getting the hang of this, buddy.
Oh yes. So
transition.
We have Malik Yoba recently say that he finds trans women attractive,
Which is perfectly fine for him.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Nikita Dragon.
Who's that?
Nikita Dragon. She's a beauty guru on YouTube that is a transgender of the Orient woman.
Okay.
And she is absolutely gorgeous.
I think, all right. So, here's a very important question.
I feel like I know where you're going with this. Go ahead.
Here's a very important question. I'm going to play devil's advocate. They probably going to kill me. But we don't got no fucking listeners, so I don't give a fuck. All right. Have you ever seen somebody online, right? Looks like a woman. You're like, damn, that motherfucker fine as shit. And then find out that there's a penis down there. Would have that ever happened to you? Because I'm not going to pretend like that never happened to me.
Every guy here that watched the Maury show.
I mean, like, there's no way you can accidentally run into that online. You either have to look up transgender hot women or...
Oh, no, I saw that. I saw that recently.
Yeah, but...
Here's what happened. I ain't going to say I said it was fine. Sorry. I ain't going to say I said she was fine. But it was just in passing, like, oh, all right. Like there's one right now, and I'm not saying she's fine. I know this is about to come off crazy, but
you say she look beautiful.
She's on like Love and Hip Hop or some shit like that. But I didn't know she was transgender. That's how she went into my timeline. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh, and I think she fell or some shit, and they like put it on TMZ. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Who this bitch falling? You know what I'm saying? But you look, you go back, went to her page. I'm like, oh, all right. Scroll away. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, have you ever been fooled?
Yeah, everybody's been fooled.
That's my point.
I seen guys get fooled at the bar, and I knew the person was transgender. They didn't.
I got a crazy story about that.
It depends.
I got a crazy story.
This is a legit story. I knew the person he was looking at was transgender because
I know the story you're
I know,
to.
but I told him he was attracted.
Funny.
I said, hey, that's not what you're looking for. I knew the transgender person, and it was a friend of ours, and I didn't want, you know what I'm saying, they get hurt or because this is a big dude. I said, that's not what you're looking for. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, hey, listen, bro, I know what you like. That's not what you like. Just leave that situation alone. And it wasn't because I'm like, oh, you know, it's because that transgender person is my friend. I don't want to see you you get mad and find out and hurt, hurt this person. That's not cool. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Which I'm pretty sure that person can fight.
Yeah. And I'm still saying, like, that's not what you're interested in. Don't. Just stop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the person on blast, but just please stop, bro. You're not going to do that.
Piggybacking off of that, back to the influencer that I brought up earlier on YouTube, Nikita Dragon. On her YouTube page, she actually did a segment, a whole video of her walking around the streets of LA, going up to people and say, do I look transgender to you? And then they would answer yes or no, and then she would, say, hey, I am a transgender woman.
Right.
And some of the guys, their first reaction was just to, like, back away and say, fuck you.
They cursed
it. See, but that... All right. Because now...
I don't care what people do. Be happy.
That's what I'm saying. That's like...
She got a lot of hate on that video, too.
You know what's crazy? Let me put this out there, and it's going to sound corny, but I don't give a fuck. You know, just because this is to all the dudes out there. You know, just because they transgender don't mean they want to fuck you, right? Or just because they gay don't mean they want to fuck you, right?
Oh, yeah, they're not interested.
Like, people got to understand that, like, yo, they probably don't find your ass attractive.
Exactly.
Like, you feel what I'm saying?
For real.
So, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be like, oh, what? It's just like, oh.
Here's the thing. Even if they're not transgender, if they're transgender or if they're just, homosexual, if they find you attractive, are you like, yo, you gotta stay the fuck away from me? Or, you know what I mean? Are you like
I have a story.
Hatred, like showing hatred toward them? Because it's just easy to be like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I can piggyback off of that. When I used to go to clubs back when I was first starting in college, when I was like 20, 21, I used to go to this goth rave nightclub out in Philly. It was called Nocturne. They have gotten rid of it since then. Their Nocturne is no longer there. It's called Vortex, and it's at a different location. They're really nice. I love them to death, and if I could afford it, I would go back all the time. They're lovely, lovely people. Sometimes you will get the occasional homosexual in there, and I did have a really nice-looking girl come up to me and say, hey, I think you're cute. And I was like, I appreciate that, but I'm straight, and she walked away.
Oh, okay. Should have saw where that one went. Was that weird to say?
Yeah,
I was expecting that story to go way left. Like,
one time, I have another story. I went to a club. We was going to a club one day in Philly.
I'm joking.
We found these two chicks. You know what I mean? We seen these two chicks pull up in the car beside us. So we was like, hey, boom, boom, where y'all going? Oh, we going to such and such club. Like, all right, we're going to follow. Not knowing what this club was about. So we followed the chicks to the club. Found them. I'm pissy drunk and drinking Grey Goose. So I'm like, damn, I get to the club. We talk to the girls, like, yo, I got to piss real quick. So I go piss on the side of a car, and I'm pissing, and some dudes walking up like, yo, homie, I'm pissing, yo. I'll be done. Just let me get done. So the motherfucker comes around trying like, yo, bro, I'm pissing. So I'm like, I turn my back and start walking this other way, like, kept pissing, like, yo, bro, I'm over here pissing. The nigga goes and tries to follow me around the car. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, that's weird.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So I finish pissing, I'm like, yo, I go to the bouncer. Like, this fucking weirdo over here trying to find me, I'm pissing. Come to find out, the two girls that we followed to the club were girlfriends. Oh. They was going to a gay club. I didn't know this club was a gay club.
And the dude was trying to...
Yeah, like, bro,
sneak a peek?
Yeah. Now, those like motherfuckers I don't like. Like, listen, if I'm telling you, hey, I'm pissing...
Those are the type of motherfuckers that
don't be aggressive. Don't try to rape me.
Peak sneakers.
Yeah, don't try to rape or like that's not...
the name of this
nah,
podcast.
See, you will get...
Did you feel harassed?
Yes, I did. I felt it.
What if she was a woman?
I would have still hit you with, hey, I'm pissing. And I would let her see. Listen,
but I'm going to let her see.
I'm the type of person, this is my belief. If you're gay, you're gay. You're happy. I don't give a fuck. Be happy. That's your mindset. I believe in that shit. Do you be happy? But also respect the fact that I'm heterosexual. I'm into women. I'm not into other men. So please respect my boundaries.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I respect your boundaries.
Some of them are really good about that,
yes.
and then others are just...
Others are assholes.
They don't know
Yeah.
how to handle
assholes.
Yeah.
I think you'd be straight and be an asshole.
Yeah.
I've been that asshole. Yo, what's
Are you
up,
serious?
yo?
That's
What's
that's
going on?
that's
And
the
you-
definition of
Fuck you
douchebag.
then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but fuck
Yeah.
But that's the thing of being an asshole, gay or straight. You just don't listen, bro. Don't violate me because I would never violate you. I would never see you in public with your boyfriend. Hey, get that shit out of here. No, it's just normal. I just want to keep walking
Get
past
that
it.
shit out of
Yeah,
here.
you got people like you have people like that to see two gay guys kissing or they like so thrown off like motherfuckers. What do you care? Like you can keep walking. I'm gonna keep walking.
That's always been my
And
stance.
that happens more often in the southern states than it does up here.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck. You happy? Guess what? You being happy means I'm happy because you're not intruding on my life to make my life fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Be happy. Okay.
Well, that's the meaning of the game.
Okay, listen.
Just
Now,
putting that out there.
let's go to the next thing about transgender. Has any of y'all ever watched transgender porn or been sent porn? I have. Niggas been sending me shit be weird.
Oh, I've been
I have.
sent by you.
Cause niggas send it
But
to
it wasn't
me.
porn though.
It wasn't porn. It was just like a meme.
I'm gonna tell you what you sent me, and I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
It was a girl. I remember that. You was like, "Yo, I think you sent it with a caption. Yo, she got fat ass, don't she?" Because it started with her facing the other way. I remember this shit. Facing the other way. And she got fat ass, don't she? And that motherfucker turned around and was like, "Oh!" Yeah. Oh, he didn't send that to you, did he?
I got that too.
Everybody, I sent videos like,
got that too.
motherfucker, we see her twerking, and next thing you know, like somebody sent me a video one time.
I don't want you to ever start it by next thing you know.
Yeah.
What's this? Next thing you know. What's that?
On a for real note though, she-males be taking really good care of themselves. Like I would rather watch a she-male on a chick than a guy on a chick because I don't need all that hair.
Oh, you talk about the manscaping.
Yeah.
I don't watch that, but I'm more. Well, porn is different.
Drake watched a lot of porn. He knows porn's by their name, their
I
backstory.
definitely know.
I mean,
porn stars by their name.
On a for real note though, my man is like a hairy beast, and don't get me wrong, love the guy to death. But like when it comes to watching porn, I would rather not see it.
Hairy man.
Yeah.
I get that.
But most of the guys are shaved. I get that.
I thought that was a prerequisite.
You have to shave. I don't think.
Well,
I'm pretty sure
Unless you're into
category.
that, there's probably a category.
There is a
Bare men or
category.
some shit.
There's a category for
Awesome,
guys
man.
and there's a category for women. Hairy.
Hairy. I know that category for women. I'm not really a fan. I'm gonna be out like because when we talk about porn and you talk about that, I watch lesbian porn.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm into that, and it sounds weird.
Oh, you
but-
might see another good girl get bust down with strap on.
No. I'm very specific because this question was on our After Dark page. Some shit about like the porn, and I'm like, no, I watch lesbian porn. It's very specific. It has to be massage or workout. Yeah, I'm very specific. And they probably thought I was joking. I'm dead serious. It has to be massage or workout, and it has to be a bright sunny day, and then they have to be wearing bright colored outfits first.
What?
Yep. So. That's what I'm saying. I'm very weird and
Seems like a
particular about my
lot
porn.
of scrolling to go through. To
Was,
find.
Oh, I find them.
So you watch them fancy shits in the resorts. The suites.
It's like a spa. It's like spa shit or something like that.
So
It's
you-
like a script.
So you never
Super
accidentally.
Scripted.
It's scripted.
Extremely
Yeah.
scripted.
So you never seen.
I'm into the story.
You ever scroll? You know how they have the little weird.
Go get your
weird
pool
sidebars. You ever
What'd
see? You ever see them little weird sidebars they have on all the porn sites? It's like, hey, take these pills, and it'd be flashing. You know how you
You
scroll.
watch too much porn.
I said
Right,
go get
you know-
your. I said go get your pool skimmer.
Yeah, but you know.
Oh, shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you see them little.
By the pool.
You see them little sidebars, and you
Nah,
keep.
no, she's talking about
And you keep scrolling up, and then you see this woman. You're like, oh, and then there's a penis attached to this woman. Like, what the fuck is this? And you just keep scrolling.
How big is the picture when you gotta keep
It's like
scrolling to get to a dick? I don't care where I'm at. I don't scroll to get to a dick.
You're scrolling, like going through your porn categories. Because I watch ones that have the videos stacked on
I
top.
am in X videos, dude. I do not see any. Now you might see some. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, if you're on a certain category, you might
The
see
hell
some
categories.
shit like
And not a category.
that. It might be something completely.
There's like the
different.
little sidebar. You be searching for your videos, and as you're scrolling, buy this pill. Hey,
Oh yeah, I know what
He's
you're saying. The
enlargement.
advertisements on the
That's-
side.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
And then you scroll up.
Hey, I'm not Kev. I ain't gonna leave you out there.
Some of them
titties.
pictures be really long though.
And you'll see titties, and then it's just like this. Oh, it's a dick. You got me.
Got me again.
You got me again.
Click here to play this game.
I don't want to play that game. Yo, but I ain't gonna leave you out
Okay,
there.
all right. Let's keep it pushing now. What happens if you're dating someone that's a transgender, but you don't know? Like you've been dating for 6 months, and this person's really into you. I've been going on dates, and then boom, this person hits you like, "Look, I have a secret to tell you. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but I wasn't born a female.
I wasn't assigned female at birth.
Yeah, I was assigned. I was born a male. That's a danger. That is very dangerous.
That's dangerous.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
That's still
Y'all
deceiving.
see that a whole different way than I do.
It's-
Let's go ahead.
It's the male psyche a little bit. Like it's dangerous because it's like, oh, yeah.
It's dangerous. It's
Because you don't
dangerous if there was a relationship that has prolonged over a certain amount of time,
I got an uncle. I'm gonna tell this story.
and
Nah, he's dead.
you've
He's dead.
actually like invested time, money, energy. You feel a type of way, and then you realize, oh, okay, so you never was a woman at all. Because technically, regardless of what you do to yourself, you're still originally what you were born. You know what I mean?
My
As a
grandmother
man,
told me a
so-
story that happened about her brother-in-law. You know, back in the day, back in the the 40s and 50s, you didn't have sex with the woman. You dated, then you got married, and then you had sex. Well, they dated, him and his transgender, they dated, and they kept dating. On the marriage night, it was time to consummate the wedding. That's what they called it. Come to find out, when he went to go consummate, to find out it was a man.
After they got married?
After they got married. He proceeded. Now, this is why I said it's dangerous. This guy, he's a crazy individual. He went to proceed to beat the hell out, almost beat this person to death while I'm going to jail for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what men are thinking. You don't know. You might get a comment like, "Oh man, I got me a chick. She bad as shit," and then find out is used to be a man.
A chick, she bad as shit.
And then they're beating on this person or killed. It's been plenty of cases of transgender people getting killed by straight men because they're not being being honest when you first meet the person. That's why I say it's a dangerous situation.
That's why Jerry Springer still has a job today.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think, but sometimes, and I'm not going to speak for that demographic because I don't really know, but they don't think that they should tell you from the rip.
Maybe it's not that they should, but maybe they're not comfortable, or maybe they, you know what I mean? Like maybe they might be scared about the outcome if a person care about you and they feel like it's going to be over. But eventually, you have to know how one person would feel about that situation. You can't just assume that they're going to be cool with that after time has passed.
See, here's my thing is I know I am an acquaintance of one and I know of another person who are transgender men. And when they told their girlfriends that they used to be female, they still have their happy relationships. The straight girls do not care who you are, what you used to be, it's who you are now.
You can see, but I don't know if that's for all girls. You think that's for all women?
It depends on the environment that you grew up in, what kind of information you were fed as a kid. Hate breeds hate. So if your parents are hateful, spiteful people, that's how you were raised, you're a hateful, spiteful person.
Well, here's the thing. What if a woman is looking for somebody who's going to be able to bear children naturally? Because at the end of the day, that's what it would come down to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not in that demographic. I don't want kids. I have a dog that's good enough for me.
I'm just saying, in general, like when idealistically, when people get married, their intentions are they get married, they have kids, they become grandparents. The house, the white picket fence, the whole nine, American dream, what may have you. So when you find out after you've been with a person for so long, and as Kev's example that he just given, you're married or going to marry someone, and then you realize, A, you're not even the opposite sex technically, because you're not. B, I've invested all this time, and we talked about like having kids and doing this, that, and the third, and you knew that you can't do any of these things naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like all those emotions, you don't think that play a part?
It does.
And
I have a retort for that. And so the transgender male could lie and pull a Michael Jackson. I don't know if you knew this about Michael Jackson, but his father, when he was very, very young, had him chemically castrated. So he was unable to have his own children, and that's why he adopted.
How did that happen?
Because his father wanted him.
Joe.
His father wanted him to maintain that high-pitched voice that everybody loved.
Oh, so he kept giving him estrogen?
No, he took him to a doctor, and the doctor chemically castrated Michael Jackson.
Jesus.
He was not able to have kids, and it was permanent.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
but that's not technically the same. You know what I mean? Because that's one person who was technically the same sex who changed their gender. And when y'all decide,
I'm saying that they could lie and say that their parents did them to that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can, but your
past ends up coming to haunt you.
Yeah, because like I have kids. I have kids. So when I'm dating, say I'm dating a woman, like a lot of my stuff I have to come out and say, hey, are you cool with this? Are you cool with that? Are you cool with that? Because eventually you might meet these people's parents. And somebody go scrolling through the fucking
there's somebody who knows you somewhere.
Yeah.
People who are adamant about keeping their previous gender a secret will have created all new stuff, all new everything. Like they are adamant about keeping that stuff a secret. Like my one associate, he calls it his dead evil sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you look on his page, there is not a picture or a hint of him ever having been a girl.
Until like you meet their parents and
family photos,
and yeah, like something will come, something will arise sooner or later. You know what I mean? For a person to question, like, wait a minute, what? You know what I mean? Like, especially if you indulge yourself into another person's life and you intend on being with them forever.
I'm not trying to provide
it's
lies
like
for anybody. Just
how
so
long?
Like those situations actually exist.
I'm just saying, but how long could you like put that up? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you would still like even okay. Like, say if you're okay. Like, say if you've always been not us, but like say anybody. Like, if you've always been okay with like dating a transgender person, but they lied to you for X amount of time that they've been with you, and it's a deep down like I understand like you got some emotional shit with it, but you fucking lied to me this whole time. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is like
trust is
a lot
immediately
at that point, you have to understand that them telling you was a very big step in trust, and any kind of negative reaction will just ruin anything.
Yeah, but the thing about that is you had to create a rouge for a very long time. You know what I mean? Because you obviously didn't trust that person enough to see how they would feel about it naturally from the door. You know what I mean? Like, trust has to go both ways. You can't just be like, oh, I was scared you wasn't going to trust me. Well, you wasn't given trust at the same time. So in order for you to even build a relationship from the bottom, you have to be able to be upfront with that person, because at the end of the day, as soon as something like that comes back, that shit is going to crumble everything.
Oh, yeah.
I think it all depends on the receiving person's level of understanding and empathy.
Yeah, because how many of us cheated? You be like, damn, I fucked up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so what if, like...
Because you be like, I fucked up. I didn't know you was going to take it this way.
Yeah, but would you consider cheating on the same level as being with a person and finding out that they were the same sex as you?
A lie is a lie. It is. A lie is a lie. A lie is a lie, but it's different. It's different levels to what you lie about, which I understand.
I'm a murderer.
Yeah.
I'm a murderer. I'm a mass murderer. They're not on the same level, by the way.
But I'm saying.
I'm just saying, it's like, that's
I
something
killed-
that you might have a problem with.
I
like,
killed-
oh shit, you a murderer? Like,
How can I
that's not what I want to be with.
Yeah, because how do you want to kill
Not
me?
on the same level though.
Nah, but
My grandfather was Jack the Ripper.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they murdered a whole bunch of people? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But they're not gonna kill you, and you like.
Wasn't, by the way.
But they were like,
Jack Ripper's been dead for like damn near a century. There's no way it could be my
they were in
grandfather.
England and shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People travel.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's why we never caught the Zodiac killer.
Oh yeah.
What if that person was the Zodiac killer? Are you cool with that?
No.
Hey, I kill people. You know what I'm saying?
So here goes the next one. Okay.
All right, Ted Bundy, calm down.
Well, here goes the next one. 2 transgender people were dating,
Okay.
not thinking the male and the female, but they never told each other that they used to be opposite sex, and then they find out. Is that cool?
Let them fight. Let them fight.
Like, is that
Fight
cool?
to the death. Whoever wins is the whoever wins is the truth. Nah, I'm
When
joking.
the transgender person be upset, like, hey, I thought you was born a female.
That's terrible.
I thought you was born a female, but you're really a male. And she's like, hey, but you were born to fucking.
I think of things as totally
Hi, Crystal.
different.
What's going on,
I think of
Chris?
things as totally
what up?
different because I would be like, all right, well, let nature take its course. Like, you guys, hey, you got what you wanted, right? Like,
No,
Technically, like,
technically
is
you
it-
don't. No, you don't, because you're interested in. Maybe they're interested in natural.
Well, either way, they can't have
I'm about to
kids.
say they can't have kids.
yeah,
so
they have kids.
So
would
Hey,
they? So
Let
how?
them be happy.
I mean, even if they did hide it from each other, there's nothing really substantial to warrant any kind of anger if they were to reveal it to each other at a later date.
How do they make the penis?
I have an answer for that, but it's quite graphic. I've watched
Go ahead.
Discovery.
Go ahead.
I've watched plenty of Discovery Health Channel shows in my time.
Is it chemical?
Where they make the penises at?
So what they will do, or so I've heard, do not quote me on this, because I don't know if they do this everywhere. This is just what I saw on the show. They will give the woman testosterone to take, right? And in the womb, I don't know if you know this, but everybody starts off having a clitoris.
Yeah, I heard.
And if the chromosomes decide, hey, we're going to
Okay, so
turn
that
this,
one.
we're going to turn this into a penis, and it's going to be a boy, then the clitoris grows out. So technically, all your penis is an enlarged external clitoris. So
I've been through
Clitoris,
that,
bro.
I watched it. I know that.
So what they do is they feed the woman more testosterone, and it enlarges the clitoris, and they use it to mold it into a new penis.
Okay.
It's pretty much
There's more
it.
skin.
How
It
long
has
would
to be
it
hard.
take for them to grow a molded penis? Because that's what it is, right?
I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure it doesn't get that big either.
They have to be on hormone therapy for quite a while before they decide that, okay, this is big enough.
I can take testosterone and get a bigger penis too?
I don't think that's how it works. For men, taking testosterone would help with ED.
All right. Nah, I want a bigger penis.
You want to walk around with
I
at
want to
your
walk
knees?
around just kick the shit. Just be kicking this shit. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Just kicking my penis.
You gonna walk out to the mailbox and have the lady like, why is your dick at your knees?
Just sit there like this.
And if you want to hear the reverse, I know the reverse too.
Yeah, I might be able to think about what that might be. I always thought I would know. You cut it off and you make a hole, right?
No.
Fuck.
So what they do
That's
what they do to turn a penis into a clitoris is they have the male take estrogen, right? And it would stop like all kinds of functionality down there of it being able to get hard or anything like that.
It kills it.
And what they would
Kills the
do
penis.
is they would take the skin of the shaft off from around it, cut out the blood vessels in there, and then shrink the head down and make the head clitoris.
Okay.
My
Damn, yo.
balls just hurt.
And this is why I say, right, this is why I say, and I'm not, nah.
Go ahead, you can say it.
Because I was going to say, like,
Kathleen Jenner's courageous.
first of all, it's Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn, I fucked the name up.
And I was not thinking of Caitlyn Jenner this whole fucking episode at all. Caitlyn Jenner, Kathleen Jenner is courageous. No. I was thinking, like, motherfuckers be like, you, listen, for the people, and like I said, I don't want to turn this into that, but it's like, I know we all heard of people that think being gay is a choice. Want to be a woman is a choice if you're a man, or blase, blase, blase.
I don't believe it is,
Who,
honestly.
I don't think it is either. Who the fuck would actually want to do that?
Nobody.
Say, you know what?
That's what I said.
Spend all that money first of
But
all.
a lot of these young kids thinking like this being gay is a fad. It's all a fad until it's time to have sex.
Start telling my wife that.
Until it's time to show somebody. Yeah, until it's time to show somebody everything, and then you're like,
Yeah, it's like this is not the fad I signed up for. I'm just gonna go back to dye my.
You gotta get fucked in the butt.
I'm just gonna go back to dyeing my hair and.
I'm gonna go get this haircut.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this haircut. It's not the fad I was looking for.
Oh, okay. You mean like really going into it?
I mean, there's a lot of kids out there that's like trying to like because it's like it's a fad. Like I want to be cool.
Transgender.
Did you see the news article about the parents who was forcing their kid to transition?
No.
No, you can't do that. See, that's cruel.
That's not that show, right? That show with the little.
There was
girl.
actually at one point I saw a news article about a parent that was forcing their child to transition to the opposite gender.
They should be locked up.
Yeah, because
if it's not by them like saying, "Hey, this is who I want to be,"
because that's just the same as you being your kid come telling you they're gay and you're forcing them to be straight.
Well,
it is.
It's abuse at a certain point.
That is abuse. It's like, look, man, listen, you my fucking kid. You happy? Are you happy? Cool. Be motherfucking happy.
Don't be sucking no dicks in my house.
I don't give a fuck.
You're straight.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying, am I wrong or right?
Son, are you happy playing with your Barbies? Yes, Mom. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. My kid's fucking happy.
Right.
My job as a parent is to make you happy. I may have my own belief, but that's my.
Right.
Those are my fucking beliefs. They're not yours. As long as you ain't killing nobody or doing anything that can put you in prison or you harming anybody else. You can't harm nobody else in your process of being happy. That's what I'm saying. You can't harm nobody else in your process of being happy. You want to be happy in your own, that means you're happy. You can't fucking go jump on, crush somebody else's dreams to make yourself happy. And sometimes that's the problem I have with a lot of these communities when guys say, hey, listen, when guys going, you heard about the ones, what artist was it that didn't want to kiss the transgender on stage? It was somebody.
What? I never heard of that one.
Well, it was
they backed up when they, I remember, who was that?
They backed up, but that's that man's decision. You can't, that's what he could.
Oh, okay. I don't.
But I'm saying,
but would he have kissed the woman on stage?
So
is my point. I'm just asking.
But the thing is, Dre.
I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just asking.
The thing is, Dre. Listen, this is 2019. You want me to support you full wholeheartedly? Say, hey, you want to be gay, transgender? That's who you are. I'm gonna respect that. I'm always gonna acknowledge. I'm never gonna call you, even though I may know you as this person. I'm not gonna call you something different. I'm gonna respect what you say.
Okay.
But in the same fucking flip, you have to respect how I feel. If I don't want to kiss a transgender, if I want to give you a hug and I'm cool with giving you a hug, I'm cool with giving you a hug. If I want to give you a handshake and I'm cool with giving you a handshake, I'll give you a handshake. But let's understand one thing. That's you respecting my boundaries, and I'm going to respect your boundaries. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm not going to say your new name is Melody. I'm not going to say, hey, this is Mike. And Mike's a woman now. I will never do that. I'm going to introduce you as, hey, this is Melody. This is my friend.
Mama named Cassius. I'm going Cassius.
Exactly. But that's the thing. You can't. If everybody wants everybody wants this world where everybody gets along. You have to respect everybody, even the racists.
I mean, unless they a grand dragon and they.
Oh yeah, unless you're going out killing people and harming people, you can't crush somebody's happiness. Because you want to be happy.
Yeah,
to have a truly happy world, all the grand dragons and the neo-Nazis just need to go somewhere, their own little island, and they can be neo-Nazis and grand dragons there and leave everybody alone.
Yeah, shit, I don't think I heard of a grand dragon.
The grand dragon.
KKK grand dragon.
KKK.
Oh, shit.
They wear like the red robes.
They got dragons now?
That's their level of hierarchy. Is different
one.
If they're different color of dragons.
It shows how much hatred.
I know, right? You hate the more people
you hate, the more
colors you get, huh?
I'm Clint Bixby. Clint Bixby was a grand dragon. But we're going way.
Oh yeah, we go crazy with it. All right, what's next, bro?
What's next? Hey, listen. Lisa's here for a reason.
I was about to say, I think my story is next.
Lisa's here for a reason. If I'm telling you right now, if we only got a couple people watching, but if you're watching, you really want to tell everybody to turn into this story right now. If you go in your comments, I don't care. You really want to hear this story. It involves Lisa, her ex-boyfriend, and some bedroom toys.
I'd call it more of a toolbox, like I said
toolbox.
earlier.
So we're going to turn this whole thing over to Lisa, and we're going to ask our questions after the fact.
Okay.
It is all yours.
So I was really down on my luck. I'm going to start from the very, very, very beginning.
Yes, so
Please do.
we want you to milk
So
this story.
I was stupid, and I was in a long distance relationship with somebody in Florida. You know, I had knew this person prior, but they had moved away, and you know, because I went to high school with this person, and they had moved away to Florida, and you know, we were just kind of going back and forth on Skype, and I was like, you know what, this really isn't for me. So I broke up with him, and I went to one of my friends, and I was like, hey, you know, I just broke up with this guy. I've been missing, you know, having a connection with somebody in person. You know anybody? And she was like, I know a couple of people. The only dude to pick up his phone was this guy. So we go to this guy's house, and we meet him, and we kick it off right away. We listen to the same music. We're into the same kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So I thought. And you know, we just
You said so you thought.
so I thought.
There we
So I
go.
thought. And
Oh,
we just kind of clicked it off, but he was dating somebody at the time. So we're talking more and we're talking more and we're talking more, and he goes to see his grandparents one day out of state with his family, and we're talking some more and we're talking some more. And you know, like this is the kind of conversation where I would stay on Skype with this dude until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it was one of
Oh,
the
it was good. It was
so you had
good.
that conversation where you
Yeah, it was
you
good.
started talking.
You hang
about-
out. No, you
then
hang
laying on
out.
the living room floor. Then you laying on
Yeah.
the countertops. Then you laying with your feet up against
Yeah.
the back door.
Yeah.
I put on my charm because I really thought this guy was cute and everything. And so he said, you know, I wound up breaking up with so-and-so. Do you want to try this? And I was like, yeah, sure. Let's try it.
Come on, here goes you.
About
You hesitated, so here's the good part.
About a year in, we're at my house for Thanksgiving. And after dinner and everything like that, I go to drop him back off at his house. His parents aren't home yet. He doesn't have a key to his house because he's one of those unruly children that, you know, his parents don't trust him with a key to the house, don't trust him when they're not home.
Damn.
In the house. So we had to chill out on the back patio. And while we were chilling out on the back patio, or in the car, depending on if we got cold or not, because it's around this time of year again.
Okay.
So we got to talking about certain kind of stuff, and we hadn't even done anything yet at this point. Like, we're a year in, and I still haven't really
So
even.
there's no sexual contact.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
Okay.
And
Shit,
so
that sound good.
yeah, and so and come to find out, this is why, because he was into some really
Kinky shit.
yes,
There you
that's
go. That's
the
good.
word for it.
Kinky.
That's a good word for it.
Okay.
And like I said, we're not gonna say names or anything in this. We're just gonna
Oh, we
refer
don't-
to
we
it.
don't. We
Refer
don't
to it
use no
as
names.
No names.
we're gonna just refer to it as my ex.
Fucking Brian.
Drake always trying to get his name out. I'm sorry,
No, I'm
that's just
joking.
fucking hard habit. Can you please stop? Back to the story.
All right, sorry.
And you know, I tell him, you know, like I've never really tried anything. You know, I've kind of like experimented when I was in college a little bit, and you know, I don't really know all that much about that kind of scene. And you know, he started listing, you know, whips and chains and all this kind of stuff.
He was in the 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
the 50 Shades of Grey without the money.
Oh, well,
He's 20 Shades of Grey. It's like
20, not even half.
$5 a Grey.
What?
And he didn't even tell me the worst part about it yet, because he wanted to know that he could trust me in the bedroom before he told me the worst part about it.
Oh, okay.
He also liked being a sub. So
please explain.
What's this up? Yeah,
a sub is a bottom.
Oh shit! All right.
So he likes being on the
Hopping
bottom.
into
Yeah, he likes all of the stuff happening to him. He doesn't like to put forth any effort.
Oh, so he wants to be
Lazy lover.
So he wants you to be the dominatrix in this situation?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
The mistress.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is dominatrix, bro. That's
yeah.
the proper
Okay.
term.
mistress is if you're married and you have somebody on the side.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use my porn
Yeah.
knowledge. I'm
Dominatrix.
just using my porn knowledge. Whatever.
Dominatrix. That's the dominant person in the room.
So it's another
Ah,
year.
yes.
It's another year later, and I catch him. I go to his apartment because he's got his own place now. And I walk in because he gave me a key. I walk in and I catch him watching porn. And I was like, oh, what you watching? And he was like, nothing. Because he thought I would think it was weird.
All guys watch porn. We jerk off to it all the time.
He was watching she-male transgender porn.
There you go.
This is how we're here on this show. This is going to be a very interesting time.
Let's continue.
And so I was like, well, wait, why are you watching that? And he's like, I've always really kind of wondered what it would be like if we did this. And I was like, Fantasy Gifts is right up the street, man. Like, I was really understanding about it.
Wait, you said what?
Fantasy Gifts?
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Oh, that's the joint in Turnsville, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The one in Turnsville, right on
It's
42.
it's a toy shop.
It's a toy shop right there down the street from LA Fitness. The
Okay.
little one that sits is a little store.
It sits in a plaza.
Yeah, the plaza. I went there before.
Oh, all right. Shit.
I've been there.
Yeah. It's right near the DMV.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's right there. The DMV's here, and that shit's like catty corner. Right at the light, you make the light come out the DMV. You make
Make
that
a
left. And that first right into that plaza right there past the gate. I've been there.
When did you buy your strap on?
I bought that strap on that day you asked me to.
What?
See, you know what? You rolled the dice and I rolled it back at you.
Please continue.
Yeah.
That got fucking weird.
So we go and, you know, we get, it's going to be weird to say this, but we get one of the nice ones. We get the nice one with the interchangeable parts and everything.
Cadillac.
The Cadillac
of what?
Oh,
Cadillac
people on
of
the
strap-ons.
Cadillac of strap-ons.
And
This podcast is now, that's the name of this particular episode.
Okay, what size did he want?
The Cadillac.
Did he have a preference in size?
No, that's why we got the interchangeable ones. We got the big one, we got the medium sized one, and we got the little one. And they could interchange in and off of the on and off of the thing. And that this is where the toolbox came in, because while we were there, yo, we spent like a good chunk of change, like a good paycheck at this place. Like, yeah, the whips and chains, the handcuffs, the straps, the bondage,
Did they look at you weird? Because they looked at me weird when I bought a toy one time, a jerk off toy. It was kind of fucking weird. I'm like, damn, dude.
butt plugs, anal beads, like I'll go on.
Oh, wow.
Like the whole, and none of it was
all for
used.
one encounter, or just like, yo, let's just get this to stock up for.
Yeah, it was like that.
For the
It was like that. Because it was all stuff that he wanted to try. And we got the nice stuff too, like the butt plug. It was one of those fancy ass crystal ones, the blown glass.
I've seen those in my movies.
Yeah.
In my movies.
Yeah, we went in.
movies.
Fantasy Gifts made a good chunk of change off of us that day.
Oh, wow.
And we get back, and then we start going to town, and then 7 years later.
Downtown.
7 years.
7 years later.
No, you gotta
Of on and off.
No, you gotta tell the story of how.
What?
You gotta get in the detail of that evening, of what was used, what sizes, what tools was used that night. You gotta go into detail. That's
All right.
what we want.
So I had a friend that went to Rowan, and he was actually the head of one of their underground clubs over there.
What? We don't know about
I
this
don't know
stuff.
shit about that. God damn.
There's like it's not official by the college or anything like that.
I
It's,
know. We just want to know.
Like not Rowan sanctioned.
No,
It's-
Rowan
no.
is just there.
It's not sanctioned by Rowan or anything like that. It's just a group of people that have a meeting once or twice a week, and they discuss different stuff of this nature, and they experiment on themselves.
Okay.
So
Dang.
yeah, and oddly enough, it keeps everybody safe because they're in a controlled environment. They're in a house with people they trust, and so on and so forth. There's safe words involved and everything like that. So this little community of people is, expressing their interests in a safe manner.
So it's like Fight Club. We don't
Oh,
talk
see.
about Fight Club.
Well, it's not quite.
I mean, okay.
So I got in touch with this friend who was part of this group of people. And I was like, hey, how do you do this? Like, how do you go about inserting something into someone's butt? Like, how do you make it not hurt?
That's
And-
awesome. That's just hilarious. Please continue. I love it.
I know people are looking like, yo,
This is gold.
this is gold. This is going to be
gold.
what?
And he got deep on me too. Like, he's like, do you have anal beads? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this?
We gotta put the no pun intended. We gotta put the no pun intended. Because that was perfect. That was fucking perfect. How do you still put it?
I didn't even realize what I just said.
I'm gonna let you, I'm so sorry. Please go.
I didn't even realize what I just said. Anyway, he's like, do you have this? Do you have this? Like, he gave me a laundry list of stuff. And I was like, yes, we picked it all up this afternoon. What do I do with it? And he was like, all right, first, you got to start small. So you got the anal beads, all right? So you got to lube them shits up, and you got to start small. You got to kind of feed each ball in one at a time. And they weren't on a string, so they weren't all floppy or anything like that. They were all connected on a piece of plastic, so it was a straight, thick, it's like stabbing them in the butt.
Stabbed them in the butt. Whoa!
Was this his first time?
Yes.
The expert
with somebody else. Apparently, he's experimented on himself with his toothbrush, but we're not going to go there. We're talking about just me being involved in it.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
This
so
is awesome.
I started. I lubed him up, and I started, and I was just like, this is kind of weird, but I'm going to keep doing it. He seems to be okay. He's not making any noise. This is strange.
He didn't move yet. Like,
no. And then it got to the part where the ball was like that big on the beads, and then he made some noise.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've ever seen what anal beads look like before, but they start off really, really tiny, and then they slowly get bigger as you go down.
If you watch porn, and you see,
I know what they are. Yeah,
they get to the point where they're just like
they're like that thick around.
I seen girls' asshole get pulled inside out because somebody pulled in.
Prolapse.
Yeah, it's called an anal prolapse.
So
some people call it a rosebud too, if we want to get stupid.
I've been around the block a couple times.
Dre's into freaky shit.
Like what block? An AC block or one of these blocks around here?
Probably one of these blocks. I've been around a couple of these blocks.
Okay, so we're talking. He's been around. All right.
Some weird shit, but I know what that word was.
And then he was like, all right, that feels kind of weird. Not weird, but nice. And so, apparently if you get deep enough into a guy's anal cavity, you start to hit their prostate.
Oh,
you told the story already.
Yes, I told that story.
And if you
they can come off.
they can come off of that if you hit the prostate the right way.
Yeah.
and that's why he was always curious about it, I guess, because I pulled them out and apparently it felt good to him because he made some kind of noise. And so I went over and grabbed the little crystal plug, and I was like, all right, he's stretched enough now, so we're gonna go with the plug.
That was just a warm up.
Yeah.
The butt plug
was just a warm
up.
The anal beads was the warm up.
Anal beads was the warm up. So the tip of this plug was like that thick around. Yeah. And then it got kind of skinny in the middle, and then it got bigger at the bottom. So you got to be easy when you're doing the anal stuff because you could really, really hurt somebody really badly if you don't do it the right way. Like, that's what my friend from college was explaining to me. Like, you could really seriously injure somebody if you don't do it the right way.
Right.
So I tried to do all of this stuff all the right way, and we went from the anal beads to the butt plug, and then we tried the strap-on part finally. And he felt like he was ready for it, and we tried the big one first, and he didn't like that too much. He went big first.
Why would you go big strap on first? Why would you get him with the big strap first? You think he would start?
What the fuck?
So you're in it now, buddy.
So you're in it.
We tried the big one first. He didn't like that too much, and then we tried the really small one. He didn't like that too much. So it's kind of was like picking the bowl of porridge out of the little bear's mouth.
It was the three bears. The three bears were strapped on.
This is too cold.
This is too hot. This is too cold.
Right.
Middle one was just right. That's exactly how it was, and it was strange because I'm a girl. I don't know the thrusting, the stroke, the thrusting motion. Like, it was really weird for me, and I kept my mouth shut. Like, I kept it to myself. Just let him think that I really enjoyed it, and
Okay.
Yeah, weirded at that.
Yeah, it was really strange.
Did it end there? That one, or did y'all have a couple more sexual encounters? Like, he wanted to have sex. He's like, okay. It was like my turn now.
Yeah, it was like we had a few more encounters like that, but it was only on like his birthday, Christmas, or stuff like that. Because I tried
Special occasion.
special occasion.
Booty.
Yeah, yeah.
You gonna wait for
You know it's my birthday.
I got a new bead for you.
I bought at the store.
A black one.
Got your ass a riding crop
Oh, there you go.
with a feather on the end.
Listen, I got veins. This one has veins in
Slap
it.
it. What'd you say?
This one has veins in it.
This one's got balls attached to it.
God.
Anyway,
Oh, God.
7 years down the road, we're on and off, and at this point, we can't really stand each other anymore because, come to find out, I was slowly becoming his level of mental illness because he was a narcissist, constantly trying to keep me under control, constantly making me think that I needed him, constantly making me think that I couldn't do better than him. So, needless to say, when I met my man that is my man now, dude pulled me out of that and was like, no, let me show you how a man is supposed to treat a woman. And
he made you he said, throw that fucking toolbox away.
There you go. Oh, yeah, toolboxes.
Burn that toolbox.
the toolbox is retired.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your ex has a new mister.
Oh. I mean, probably, yeah.
Because you think about it. You like,
Mr. S.
Yeah.
So
yeah, probably.
Sheesh.
I don't know. Last I heard, he wound up dating the girl that introduced the two of us.
Oh, man.
Well, she's in for a very strange and confusing fun time.
So she has the straps on and all
I'm
that.
about to say, you let him keep your toolbox?
Yeah, he kept that. I took like one thing that interested me that I could use for myself, but like that was it. He kept all the other shit.
Yeah, it was all
probably-
He says he kept the other shit. I pretty much that box smell like shit too.
Knowing his level of hygiene, I would not put it past him.
Oh, that's
Oh,
terrible.
wow. Goodness gracious.
God.
I mean, look, you can do whatever
That's
you
why
do.
that goes back to my comment from the beginning of the show. Like white boys between the ages of 21 and 27, get your hygiene together, please.
All right.
Keep it clean.
I don't know if
please.
y'all heard this story.
By the way, I do not date a white boy.
Okay.
He's not a white boy. No.
Woo! This was one of the most interesting.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I had fun.
fucking
Kev ain't say
interesting.
shit.
I
didn't say a
was just
word.
looking at her like,
I didn't
the
say
fuck?
shit like, I'm like, yo.
Like, excuse me?
Kev don't watch porn. Kev don't ever find nobody attractive, nothing.
You don't jerk off or nothing.
You don't ever jerk off, don't do shit.
My whole mind was blown by that story. I'm like, yo.
I'm over here like, the fuck? She said, started off big.
You
First
think
of
he would
all,
start off
nigga.
small?
Yo, my nigga said, no, give me the big one.
Yo, I'm trying to fucking process that shit. Like, wait a minute. You have to be, just for you alone, you have to be on a whole different level of comfortability
Oh,
to
absolutely.
even.
Well, let
to
me
even
put it
wanna
to you
do-
this way.
you know what I'm saying?
My
And
level
then-
of intelligence and understanding is far past that of our generalized society in this day and age.
Okay.
So, hence why I have all of the useless bucket of knowledge that I was able to throw at you guys. Hence why I was saying that I can't really relate to that because I see things differently than most people. Like, some of the stuff that you were talking about, like, nah, it's gross or whatever. I'm just like, whatever.
Okay.
That's good.
I mean, you do know how to make a penis.
That's just because there was nothing better to watch on television that night.
Wow.
Kev's still
I'm
blown that.
interested.
Kev's still mind blown that this guy went big first.
I'm just mind
I mean, he
blown
go hard
at
to go
the-
home.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that shit, that shit is just like, I don't know. It's not to say that it's weird, it's just like, yo, what a situation to have to be in. Because then, as a woman, like, did you feel like you weren't enough for him sexually?
As a
Because-
woman.
No,
You
that
know
was.
what I mean?
At one point, I actually did. Because he would watch all this she-male porn,
You know what I'm
and I
saying?
don't want that.
Oh, he kept watching it after y'all
yeah.
did it different. He kept
I
watching
think
it.
But he felt like it was comfortable, it was okay because...
Well, do you
You
think?
watch it too?
But
Oh,
maybe
man.
we think he would probably be comfortable dating a transgender person
That's why I thought it was going to go. Like I thought, like, oh, well, he's probably just going to go and.
But the
get-
fact that she
He
listen,
had everything he
what's
wanted.
blowing through my mind is the time frame of everything that's happened because I've heard year later, then I heard year later again, then I heard like several years later. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a long time. And it's like, dog, why wouldn't you just go get what you was looking for? at that point because.
But you heard what she said. She said she felt like.
He was.
No, not necessarily her.
But him. Like,
Yeah,
go
exactly.
Get
Him.
what
like
you want. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean. Like what's the
Well, it was only on his birthday, right?
Yeah, well, the special
like that.
holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he
Nah,
wanted, as a man, you
hold
want more.
on. You said holidays.
Like
It
Chris,
ain't
like
like
Christmas.
Martin Luther King Day.
Like
The
when I was supposed to be giving him like a present of some sort. That's
Hey, it's Ann Arbor Day.
That's the 4th of July.
Look, here's a butt plug. It's got a little tree on the end.
Hey, you know today I got christened a year ago, right?
Oh my God.
No,
Yo.
that's crazy. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just a
that's
crazy
some shit
story.
right
And I mean,
Hey,
you know it
you
exists.
do.
It's just
Yeah.
like, wow.
You have really.
Do your thing.
This was one of the funniest podcasts we did.
Yeah, this is fun. Hell yeah.
In a while.
We had a good conversation, man.
Yeah, I mean that was different for real. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I am in awe.
Kevin's like, Kevin's
We're about to go start looking up whips and chains.
Crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna look.
I mean, hold up. The one thing that I did keep out of the toolbox was the cat of nine tails. That was the one thing I kept.
That sound like that shit hurt.
Fucking medieval.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh damn.
That was the one thing I kept.
Dre knows what it is. What is it?
Yeah.
And my new man
Well,
ain't
it's
about
like,
it.
It's like a medieval.
Whip.
Yeah. Right.
But
Well,
who
it's
gets
the
to
name.
use it though? That's the
Oh, I
question.
use it as a threat.
Oh shit. That sounds like violence, domestic violence. That's what that sounds like.
Boy, go take out the trash.
Oh
Cause
shit.
me and my man live together. So
Okay.
Man.
go take
So
out
you
the trash.
threatened them all. Okay. Just
I
threaten
just-
them.
That's not how it really happens. Because God forbid if I ever threatened him, my boyfriend is an equal opportunist and he would smack my ass. So
Okay. Right. This you know what?
Shaolin
though?
Temple in your home. We see.
I think this though. Whatever you do, if you like whips and chains and all that shit, that's fine.
You like what you like.
That's
I mean,
perfect. Go ahead and do what you want
Like
to
I
do.
said,
But
this is a land of free.
as long as you're doing it safely.
yeah,
Safely and
Safe
with
sex.
people you trust.
Because you don't want to
So-
go to the hospital with
with
a
a rosebud
We've all
in your
saw-
pants.
we've all saw that show. What's that shit? Sex sent me to the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
I've seen
god!
that. Yeah,
Oh
I've
my
seen
god!
that.
The guy that literally had a whole vibrator stuck up his ass.
How do you explain that? And they can't. How they?
They show you the X-rays too in that show.
I'm
They
pretty
show
sure
you
the
the
battery
X-rays.
died, but once
You
you
know
go
how
to that
you
X-ray
explain
machine, that shit jump back up.
Imagine it's shorted and the battery could never die. It just gotta go to the hospital with the shit vibrating now.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I be next, please? Sir, you don't have a head injury. I'm about to. But that's what you would go into the doctor and tell them. They say, well, what happened? You know what the fuck. You just
He like this.
stuck the shit up my ass and it's stuck there.
But you know, doctors will ask you that question like, so
what happened?
you wanna talk about
Motherfucker, look at the X-ray. There's a whole Comcast remote controlling my ass. The kids want to watch Nickelodeon. I keep changing to AMC. I don't watch 6 seasons of The Walking Dead.
Listen, that's why I can't be a doctor.
I'm crying now.
That's why I can't be a doctor. Because I'll just walk in with the fucking X-ray light.
You didn't think that the tip was enough?
I tie a string to this shit or something. You could have did way better than this, my nigga.
Or a rubber band.
Yeah, something. To get it out.
I just deleted all my fucking DVR recordings. I called and all DVR was playing.
I called Verizon to try and get it back.
They said we needed the controller. I just turned around like, if you can get it, it's yours.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, my face hurts.
Why?
Hey.
In the fucking world. Yeah. There's some bad stories out there. That's why you don't, well, me. That's why you don't stick anything in your butt.
You
Leave
don't.
your butt alone.
And-
Butts are for pooping.
And my boyfriend's into anal, and you know I don't knock on him for that, but he would never put anything other than himself in there with me, and he does not ever want to, and that I appreciate that.
Well, we're gonna talk about that shit too, because I've been trying that shit for years, and I just keep getting the veto on that shit.
You know you accidentally like, oops.
Because like I said earlier, if you don't do it right, it hurts like a son of a bitch.
It's like starting
You gotta do it right. And if you don't have the anal beads, then you gotta little finger and then regular
So-
than
So
two
you gotta
fingers.
just open it up.
You gotta
open it up.
yeah.
So how weird are you going? How weird are you gonna look,
Jimmy.
Drake? Because Drake wasn't trying anal. So how weird are you gonna look going to buy
What did you
anal
just
beads? I said you want to try anal. You said you want to do anal, right?
To someone else.
So
My wife. I'm sorry, my wife. I can't say not a random woman. My wife. Go ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
you gotta go buy them anal beads, right?
Yeah, I know she ain't gonna let that shit happen. She gonna be like, the fuck you got them for?
They are literally the the easiest way to start.
She ain't gonna let that shit happen. She's gonna be like, what the fuck do you got them
Hey,
for?
this is a
Why
size.
you buy them?
It's just size
She
of a
gonna punch
BB.
you immediately.
Right.
She gonna punch
Yeah.
She gonna have to do something real wrong
Yeah.
for me to get that off. She gonna I'm like, look,
you. Payback.
we can either do one way or we can do this. You can let me try this one time, and we got to do it right. We tried it over the years, of course. You know that she just can't.
Don't do it right.
It sounds like I'm being an asshole, but she
And you
just
got
can't
a
handle
lot of lube is involved too. You can't just use spit because that shit dries out.
See, that's where I fucked up at.
Gotta buy lubrication.
Yeah. We gotta do some shit like that. We're gonna cut this out the whole podcast.
No, we're not. We'll keep all of that.
I don't want her. 'Cause she don't care. She like, nobody listen to y'all anyway. Well, guess what, motherfucker? When they do listen, they gonna know you're scared to get. Never mind. So anyway, we're gonna do our wrap ups now.
We gotta let Lisa. Lisa, you said you were telling us something at the beginning of the show that you have coming soon. So
I am actually looking to get into the beauty community on YouTube, and it's not live or anything right now. It's still a investing process in the works, but I have a name and everything and picked out, and it's
don't
gonna.
say it on here 'cause they might steal it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it on here, but
Okay.
am going to hopefully be getting a makeup channel on YouTube running soon.
Word.
And if you guys would allow it, when I do get that up and running, I could post it
You
on
can
your
post
page.
it on
Of course.
and come
Definitely.
back and
Yeah.
re-promote it. That's how we.
Like we said, use us.
Okay.
Yeah, come on now. That's what we do. But
I still have a lot of remodeling to do in my studio area because the living situation I have is I still live with my parents, but I pay rent to them, and I have my own 1-bedroom apartment in the basement. So I still have a lot of remodeling to do in the area that I picked out to be my studio. Like I have to get rid of some old stuff, bring in some new stuff, get equipment like this and everything. So and I know that costs a little bit of coin, so I'm trying to work my way there.
yeah, we broke.
So yeah, I'm about to say. It always
Trust me,
starts.
we start off.
Once
with
you
a
start
cell
and the
phone.
ball gets rolling, you know what I mean. From that point on, it's just
Yeah, we started off. Our podcast started off literally
phone.
with a cell phone
with
on
a
table.
white table and 3 folding chairs.
That was it. That's how we started. Like it just.
And it's
like
still-
I said,
it's still
you
a work in
you can say
progress
we're
now,
still
you
a work
know?
in progress
We're
now.
nowhere near where we want to be and visualize ourselves to be. So you know,
Yeah,
every day is
sorry.
one step at a time. You know what I mean. Soon we'll be picking up the episodes and dropping more. Hopefully we can get y'all to actually subscribe and get this $10 we've been promoting in August.
What is gonna be y'all question for this episode?
I don't know. But I know that last episode, I'm taking it down. Y'all niggas ain't getting $10 from me. None of y'all. Bye. We'll come up with another question. We're gonna come up
We're
with
gonna come
something
with a
funny.
question on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with something funny.
Because this was like the most jaw-dropping episode.
Oh, this
Ever.
one's good.
This is like.
This one's fucking good, man. Yeah, we're gonna come up with a new question, and maybe when we'll talk about it later, but maybe we'll up it to 20 or something like that.
But, we
People's
got
attention.
Yeah, we got
Something.
We gotta literally wrap this up. I'm about to have a baby.
Guess about to have a baby like any fucking second, hour,
Yeah.
Minute, day,
any minute now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up. I guess we'll just
Do what
talk
we
about
normally do.
do what we normally do. Subscribe.
Yes, iTunes, Spotify,
Any
Google
DSP.
Play, everything.
I learned that word. Any DSP.
Okay.
Fuck with us.
Any DSP.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Digital service
Service
provider platform.
Dick sucking provider.
Well, there's a little bit of that too, but you gotta have $40. But once again, wait. Let's say that we are your host. Once again, we are your
Cool
host,
Kev. I'm Cool Kev. Yeah.
Dash, the unprofessional motherfucker.
and I'm Big Dre, and we want to thank our guests.
Lisa.
All right, peace, bitches.
All right.
Woo.